Hello to everybody. Hello again after 1 week. Hello, there's somebody at least watching. Thank you for coming back to me. And welcome to Afternoon Tea with me, Sandra from Tiverton, Bead and Wool Shop. How have you been doing this week? I'm okay. We are getting closer to the day. And yeah, the life's been moving on. Some of you who follow me on or the shop on the Facebook and Instagram have seen that I've been a little bit of busy bee, but that is all because of this hot weather and sunny weather has given me this kind of I like my lay-ins. I mean, not like lunchtime lay-ins, but 8 o'clock is normal. And couple days I've been up 6 o'clock. Don't know why, but 6 o'clock you wake up and there's this bright sunshine. And all that resulted in me going in the shop and actually doing something useful. So I have changed or put things in cleaned the shop window inside and out. That's kind of yearly job done. No, outside windows, we do have window cleaner coming in sometime. Hopefully he will be back, but inside it's always very difficult because the windows are always full with window displays, and then to take them out it always creates a mess. But now, as the window's been empty for a couple months, I thought like it's a good timing before I put the next window in is to clean the windows. And it's kind of escalating, and it's very funny because the window I changed, the sun kind of slowly passes by and you start cleaning and you think, oh, I have done a good job. And then I sat down and had a cup of coffee and I just looked up and I thought like, oh my God. And we have large windows, so it kind of escalated. But I have done one window and I have done one window display with the new lovely things in. So I don't think you have seen it in the afternoon teas, but I did put on the Facebook very, very quick unboxing video because we have our new range of yarns in for summer, which is kind of, I think they are good price, good budget, and the yarn is really nice and soft. 60% cotton, 40% acrylic, 50-gram balls. They are 270, and it's Shepier's soft fun. So it's quite nice and soft, and the colors are really nice and kind of quite bright, quite more vibrant than I thought they would be, because sometimes cotton yarns can be quite, that half shade below bright. But I have 32 shades in, and the suppliers, they kindly offer, you can buy a package, because otherwise I think in total they have over nearly 90 colors. And it's very difficult. You just scroll down and say, okay, yellow, which yellow do you have? This one, or that one, or this one and that one. And it just escalates. And you sometimes spend hours and hours just looking at colors. And it's quite daunting. So these guys always offer, kind of a pack deals. So I thought, I will have one pack deal of that. The only thing I didn't double check, that the pack contains all the new colors, which is a really nice all over board selection, but it doesn't have basics like white, cream, basic gray, the ones that are background colors. So and it's only struck me when I was putting the colors out, even when I was putting them online. So they're all already on our website, so you can indulge yourselves if you are that way inclined. And I just realized there is no white. Black is always optional, extra, but there's no white, cream, pale gray, and kind of really the background colors, which people use mostly even for crocheting, because you would normally use, a plainer kind of more subdued, and then the bright kind of sparks of color for your squares or stripes or whatever you do. So that's a little oversight, but never mind. If there will be interest in a yarn, and when we open up, so I can always get, because then I will be in a shop and deliveries can come in. There's no kind of trouble when they're coming. Where where the box will be and where I will be, and do we correspond. So when I will be in the shop, so I can easily reorder and add a few colors, which wouldn't be really an issue. Other than that, the last couple of days the weather has changed, and that reminds me that today I put my washing out, and 10 minutes later I was doing something on computer, and Martin runs in because he was doing things in the garden. I will show you later on. It's still a right mess, our garden, but we are getting there. And yeah, so he runs in. Oh my God, it's pouring buckets. I just looked out. Oh my God, my knickers are outside. So there is me running with knickers in, and I have done it twice. And at the moment, I cannot remember. At the moment, the sun's shining, but I can't remember which journey was last. Did I put it out on a patio, or did I brought the laundry in? So at the moment, if it starts raining, I might run off and just to double check. So it's like, I don't know where my knickers are. So that kind of situation is not very good, is it? Yeah, so that's kind of one thing. Oh, while we are at it, I will show you the garden stuff. Royal, we've been working at it, because I think last time I told you that sometimes Martin brings things back, freebies from all sorts of places. And this picture, there's some time ago, I think in one of the first or second week of the lockdown, which we're talking about beginning of April, I did put down when we were painting the Chinese bridge bits. Can you see? I will try. There is a bush which is dug out and just at the moment is thrown in a pond so it doesn't die, but it needs to be planted somewhere else. There is our little Chinese bridge. And this is our Chinese temple column, which is a freebie from somewhere, which he has painted bright red, same as the Chinese bridge, because it has to be red, and with gold stripes. And at the moment, the pictures we saw online, we should have a huge lotus flower on there, but we can't figure out how we can do it. And yeah, you can't see it there, but it's all bright red. But once it's finished, when everything around will be finished and this plant will be out, it will actually look quite nice. At the moment, there is still a lot of work in progress. Let's put it that way. But at least the bridge still needs a little dot painting where he has put screws in so it doesn't start to rot, and I promised to do it. And today is not the day, but hopefully the weather will be back soon. So yes, and I'm strawberried out. Having said that, you can never have enough strawberries. At the moment, it takes me nearly an hour to pick them all, because it's a kind of daunting job. It's all bending over, and I'm covering them back on against the little birdies. And it's so funny, as soon as you leave them the tiniest kind of gap and you have one berry sticking out from the cover, you can guarantee that the next morning you come in and somebody has basically eaten the berry as far as they can reach in a cover. So yeah, so we're kind of trying to protect ourselves. The other thing, what else is going on? Yes, back to shop. At the moment, yes, shop. When we talk about shop, before I forget, and I think last time I did put links, and the link is already on a Facebook page as well, on our Facebook page. But if you go to Knit Nottingham, you will see she has released the second part of our chat. So if you don't have enough of me, you can go to Knit Nottingham YouTube channel and see a second part of our chat where we basically sort out suppliers and all sorts of other things, like you do. So if you need weekend entertainment, and so shop. Back to that. I have measured things. I have thought about things. I have been talking with other traders. And there was an interesting thing which was passed to me, because I'm still in the doubt. How can I make the environment safe for you to come in? And in the same way, don't put you off with all the safety measures. there is real, you can go only one way or the other. The fact is, because I'm doing everything myself, it's unrealistic to clean all the areas after each customer. And really, would you be put off if the restrictions on entry are very, very strict? But then somebody said to me, well, actually, if you don't do anything, if you don't have strong restrictions, people will not feel safe enough to go in anyway. Yes. So, but there will be no touching, strictly no touching. I mean, even I think from the first couple of days, I will allow a few people, one at a time, browsing if people want to, with disinfected hands, and strictly no touching, with exception of products you intend to buy. So it's no going around and squashing every single yarn ball. That will not happen. If that happens, you will be asked to leave, basically, because I cannot disinfect every single thing somebody touches. And there will be designated areas. If you do browse, you pick the product up and you ask for the quantities. I don't know how I will allow the product pattern browsing, because again, you cannot just go through the pattern books endlessly like it was. Plus, because there is only one person at the time in a shop. If I have queue, well, let's see when we get to that. But you will need to be very mindful about other people. And as much as I would like to see people in a shop spending time in a shop, if I have queue outside the door, do I limit you to 10, 15 minutes? Is it reasonable? If there's nobody else, by all means, spend an hour looking, but not touching. But yeah, so it's fine line, and I'm still I need to start to print signage and start to kind of put them in and actually try to walk the shop with the signs up and so on. So yeah, we will see. The one thing which will definitely not happen is one-to-one consultations. If you want me to sort out your knitting, you will need to wait until another day, until the social distancing is cancelled, because I will not handle your knitting, because you have your, no, sounds very, oh my God, that sounds bad, because you have your germs on it. And yeah, so otherwise I would need to take the knitting in, leave it for 72 hours in quarantine, and then handle it, then leave it again for 72 hours. So I can't show you what you need to do in a 2 meters distance. There is no way. So there is no personal advice on your knitting at the moment. I can't see it happening. I know it takes off or away a lot of options or possibilities, but is it really so important, that jumper or that little thing, which, I don't know. It's, oh God, this one is going very heavy, isn't it? Yeah, so I don't know. So I definitely can't do, let's say, advice, one-to-one advice. And plus, it's very time consuming. And I do hope people will not come in if they have to shield or they need to use public transport and things like that. But I do hope that people will start to use the high street, and they will come in and they will spend their money, because we all of us on the high street will need it desperately. So yeah, so fine line. I will do first couple of days. I will let one by one shoppers in, and I will offer counter service as well. If the shopping will not happen, well, no, if the shoppers I'm letting in will not stick to the rules of no touching with exception of products you intend to buy, then that will be stopped and there will be counter service only. I will see how the first couple of days go and go from there, because I do not want to eliminate that beautiful, that experience when you can actually look. Because I think, like, if I would want a white t-shirt and I would go in a clothes shop and I would need to buy a white t-shirt over the counter where somebody brings me, well, there's one t-shirt, there's another t-shirt. And I need to decide which one without trying it on, or, yeah, it's difficult. But I will be there. We are planning to open on the 16th, which is Tuesday, 10 o'clock, with whatever restrictions we have. So that's it, put in your diary. But don't all come in 10 o'clock, even though I would like to, and I wish I could have a proper party on 16th and give champagne to everybody, but I don't think that will happen. So there we go. So that's kind of the boring stuff which we're working, and there is still people sending all sorts of government advice and all. God, it's boring. Trust me, it's boring. But one has to do what one has to do. Anyway, yeah, and the other thing, I hope that people who will come in will be mindful of other people. Like I say, the timings, I'm not somebody's personal shopper. I cannot book somebody's personal shopping for half a day or 2 hours. We will need to do our trade briskly. So because I hope I will have people coming in, on a regular basis. So yeah, so we will have, that's it. What I wanted to say something about shopping. Oh yes, at the moment on the website, I have it's deactivated. You can have click and collect service. If everything goes smoothly, the service will be back on track. I will be putting, like, I think mid next week, for Thursday or Friday, I will activate the click and collect service again, so you can do click and collect, which again would be possibly good, for the customers. So you don't need to queue. Click and collect, possibly you can just squeeze in. There will be notice click and collect comes, you just come to the door, shout out your name, and I bring you your order. So yeah, oh my God, so I've been talking for quite a while about all these boring things. The other thing, remember last time I said, like, about my drawing classes, that Snowy Owl I want to do. I still want to do it because I'm still I haven't started it because I'm kind of treasuring it, and I think, like, I really want to sit down and enjoy it. And even though we're not going to work, the work takes somehow, it's like, how to explain it? In a way, I feel like it's holiday. I have a suntan I have never had before. I have my arms up to there, I have my neckline, and I have my ankles as brown as it can be from being outside in a garden or in an allotment and doing things. But in the same way, it feels like a holiday, and in the same way it feels really stressful because nothing is where it should be, and there is no proper routine. And as much as you try to create the routine, it always slips away, and then something happens, and then you think, like, well, this morning, if I have orders, I'm going into town, I have to send orders. If I don't have orders, I don't need to go to town. So anyway, what a mood I am today. But I haven't started my owl because I'm treasuring. And then I found this card, which is actually, that just proves how quickly time goes. This one was Martin's IOU birthday note from mid-April this year, because we couldn't get, garden centres were closed and we couldn't go anywhere, and he wanted a lemon tree. So that is his birthday present, where I wrote, I owe you a lemon tree. And I thought these lemons are really, really nice. They have nice shadows. And I thought, like, I will try, instead of cracking onto all, I will try to do the lemons. Lemons are at the moment in a stage 2 out of 5, so don't expect miracles. Oh, it actually doesn't look too bad, but you can see there is a lot of work still to do on my lemons. So it's kind of, this one is, I would say, 50% ready. That one is 5% ready, and the leaves are still a lot to do. I might do it tonight. I might. But tonight is Friday night. It's our naughty night, and we are having pizza and wine. So I hope that's another thing, because the weather changed so drastically. In a couple of days ago, I would say in an hour, if you leave anything in a windowsill, it's defrosted, like sausages, pastry, everything defrosts like in a maximum in an hour. And today I thought, oh yeah. And then I forgot, oh my God, it's quite cold. And I'm thinking, like, yeah, I can always put in oven, but that's defrosting the pastry for my pizza. Yes, it's doing all right, actually. It has defrosted. I just waiting for it to raise again. So we have covered the lemons. Oh, have you ever tried? That comes from, right. I hope you watched the previous ones, and don't worry, there is nothing wrong. But Martin's other woman, the little Italian lady, she said to me that she loves her lemons, because Sicilians she loves her lemons, and she eats them fresh with salt. I Up till that time when she told me that, I have never ever tried lemons with a pinch of salt. Like, she just cuts them in slices, puts salt on, and cracks on. Try it. It's lovely. It depends how salt. It's that kind of soury, salty. Oh, it's really nice. Better, because we always, like where I come from, we don't drink tea with milk. We drink tea with lemon. We put lemon in our tea. So we all, we use quite a lot. But I have, and that's why lemon and sugar or lemon and honey would be kind of a normal thing, which I would do. But lemon and salt. But trust me, you just try one little slice and put a pinch of salt on and see how you get on. I thought, like, it was absolutely marvelous. And then you think, like, if you think about it, it's like all good kind of. There is some alcoholic drinks, like, do they drink? What, tequila is like with salt and lemon, isn't it? I think. But yeah, anyway, so we're doing things Sicilian way. And oh my God, she's so lovely. And because last week, I think I was talking about my meatball sauce experience, where she was telling me the recipe, and I'm doing the meatballs. And they were nice, they were all right, except I was told, no, you don't do that. But anyway, so now the secret is out as well. But with that, a couple of days ago, she said, I brought you something. And I know it breaks lockdown rules, but she's one of the people, she doesn't go out because her son is doctor, and he has told for mom to stay at home. The only people she communicates is now her family comes over, and she goes to the park to have a walk with them, and she communicates with people in allotment via social distancing. So I would consider her being reasonably safe. And she gave us a tub of proper Sicilian ragu for dinner. So I can taste another proper sauce. It's properly made. No, it was lovely. It was really nice. So we had it yesterday, and it was really nice. So we kind of turning proper Italians. Anyway, now, finally, after like nearly 25 minutes in, we're getting to the knitting. And I must say that as much as I enjoy this, and I'm taking, for you, possibly you will look at it and you think there is no progress. She's showing us again the same thing. It's not the same thing. There is a progress, and there is quite considerable progress, bearing in mind that at the moment, here, on this needle, I'm trying not to pull off I have one ball on one end, another ball on another end. There is around just under 550 stitches. even to count the stitches, it takes me 15 minutes, and I'm living dangerously. I'm not recounting. But can you see how the blue color is coming in, which I really, really like? Can you see that? The only thing is now, if you look on, oops, I'm trying to talk and hold 25 things. No, it doesn't look on a camera that bad. But can you see this ball where the blue is now coming in? It's much smaller than the ball, these colors. I think it's because I've done one too many sections in this one, because I guess I like the color more. And in total, I should have 1600. I should have 50 meters spare if I add the both balls together. So I could end up that the edging, I'm doing like that finishing casting off with a different color. So I've got 50-50. Well, anyway, so that's the hope, because I'm doing the largest version of this Fanta stitch. Yep, there we go. And I'm the normal small version would here where my finger is, that is would be the last section for the small size, and you would start the zigzag edging here, and I'm doing that much more, and there should be another this much, and then will be my edging. So I don't know why I have been so brave and went for the big version, but this takes me, depends on the pattern, it takes between 20 minutes to half an hour to do a row. So, and I have done since last time, I think I showed you there was just a tiny bit of blue showing there. And this part, actually, that twisted rib here was one of the most, no, I wouldn't say unpleasant, but it was, I would consider this part being one of the most difficult parts on the shawl, purely because of the type of yarn and the type of knitting. Because this one is twisted rib, where you twist on this side, you twist the knit in a back loop of knitted stitch, which wasn't really an issue. But on another side, you need to knit in the back loop of every purl stitch, which in a normal circumstances is not a big deal. But when your yarn is just 4 strands, it's so easy not to pick up all the strands in your back loop. And it was getting like I was using magnifying glass for those rows, and those ones slowed down. Those ones were even longer. I think the purl row took me like nearly 40 minutes, the reverse row, to do. So there is a lot of knitting hours going into this. And if you think you'll come in the shop and say, oh, can I just buy the yarn and you knit it up for me? No, I'm not. I'm not doing the third one. I'm not saying never. I actually quite enjoy this one because of the pattern changes. There's something to look forward to. Like now I have done 2 rows in this blue, and now I will have the grey, and this one will be kind of honeycomb, kind of overstretch, similar to that part, very similar, but kind of reverse. So I'm quite enjoying this one. Yeah, so the other good news, and I think I told you last time, we have become finally, we got there, and we have become a Rowan digital pattern retailer. So we are allowed to put digital pattern downloads for sale on our website. And with that, it's all very well, but there is thousands and thousands of patterns to go through. And as I said to you last time, there were some patterns which were, I was told the information, which ones were the most popular ones. And did I show you last time the popular ones? You know, I should be watching actually back to what I talked to you, but I kind of finish, save it, and I never look back. And then I think like, or I should make notes what I told and what I didn't tell. And this one is, oops, no, I will never find it. But however, the most popular Fair Isle patterns, oh, come on, are, well, I have put them, can you see? This is the most popular feral pattern, which is called Orkney. They are already on our website. And come on, go back. And then this one is Lidaya. It's Lidiya. So it's Lidaya. God, you call it how you like it. So those patterns are online. This one is Maple Cardigan, which is again very, very pretty. It's all done in felted tweed, but you can obviously do it in other DKs. But the felted tweed just have that kind of rusticy. And this one is Lidaya Tunic. They are all online. They are on the Facebook. And this weekend, because today is Feral Friday, we have Feral Friday 10% off. So for those 4 patterns, if you enter code Feral Friday 10, you should be getting 10% off. So on your downloads. And I would say if you do like it, the patterns are always very, very useful. I think the other one, if you like felted tweed, those patterns could be great of using up your stash. And especially the scarves, because scarf really doesn't matter. If you don't repeat, you can go really, really wild. But that's kind of, yes, so we've been doing a lot of computer work because, again, even putting one pattern on takes a lot of time, and then the patterns need to go on the website, the patterns need to go on the Facebook, the patterns need to go on the Instagram, and everything kind of, everything just takes time. And it's like today, I was putting those patterns on, and normally if I post on Instagram, I can share the same post at the same time as I'm putting on Instagram. I can put it on the Facebook, but not today. And it has taken me nearly an hour of my life to look on what happened, why yesterday everything worked and today it just doesn't do it. So I need to do the same post, the same pictures twice. Once for the Facebook, once for the Instagram. What changed? I haven't changed anything. I haven't clicked any buttons, but it doesn't work. So yes, so there's another hour of my life gone. So anyway, yes, on the positive note, we have new range of cottons, don't forget. And then I'm looking on, I have ordered, and I hope it will come in for the opening. Because of course, if you can't browse in a shop, then the shop windows are quite important. So I hope that when, in the 2 weeks, when I open it, I will change the front window again. And I will put a lot or more stock in, so at least you can see something and you can say, well, I like that. How about that from the window? So there would be more chances for you to choose your stuff. I have ordered a set from Rowan. I have ordered kids silk sets. They call them fade sets, which means it's from light color to the dark. And I can't remember. I think there is 6 balls of kids silk like that in a kit, and there is felted tweed like that in a box. But I haven't had dispatch notice yet, so I don't know what's coming and when. I hope they will be in next week, so I can then put them online and price them and do all the necessary things. And hopefully, those 4 patterns, I will be able to make up a yarn set. So, which is basically a kit with the digital pattern. And only problem is, because they are vintage patterns from Rowan Vintage Collection, and even though they are vintage, they are still the most popular. There are some colors which are discontinued. I know how the colors look, and I hope I have ordered something which would be a good replacement, so I can still offer you a full color set for those garments. So, but we will see. But until the box doesn't come in, I'm not saying anything. And then next week I will be on the shop 2 days at least, sorting the shop out. Yeah, I'm printing labels. Like, I will never forget when I went through the one of the Berlin airports, and the first impression was you walk in this grey building. Actually, talking of airports, I think the worst airport or most humanly unfriendly airport I have seen in Germany, where you walk these dark corridors, like everything is painted like battleship grey, and if there's a door, there's a big sign, Achtung, verboten, like don't touch. So I will have the same thing in a shop, just paint everything battleship grey, don't touch. So there, anyway, yeah, that's kind of, yeah, that's what we will do. So we will try to depict the German airport. But anyway, yes, so thank you very much for watching me. And next week, on Friday, it could be the last one, because if the shop is open, the afternoon tea is over, because I will be in the shop serving you, hopefully. So yeah, I would say next week, well, not next week, from the 16th of June. At the moment, it seems I will keep reduced opening hours from 10 till 3, which obviously, if I have people 3 o'clock queuing down the road, I am not closing the shop. But if the people still stay away from shopping, then we have put kind of cautious first week opening will be 10 till 3. Because otherwise it's it's a difficult one. So we'll see. But basically follow, and next week I will give you exact information, the final decisions, the signage, samples. Yeah, so don't touch. Hands off. So anyway, yeah, so there we go. I'm getting carried away with this. Can you imagine how I will enjoy telling people off? Can you imagine that? Oh, pure joy. Pure joy. That is not what the shopkeeper should be saying, wouldn't it? Of course, we would love to see you all back, because then I can tell you off. On that note, again, thank you very much for watching, and see you all next week, Friday, 3 o'clock. And I hate to say that, but I hope it will be final. Thank you. Bye.